So good day everyone, I am Geraldine Hernandez, your first presenter. So this analytical metric focuses on the policies and impacts of literacy and workforce development initiatives in selected countries. So it highlights how Brunei and Cambodia implement strategies to strengthen literacy, digital skills, and employability among their citizens. So by examining their literacy rates, major initiatives and challenges and effects on the workforce. So this study provides insights into how education policies shape national development. So the comparison with the Philippines further emphasizes similarities and differences in addressing literacy gaps, so digital readiness and workforce quality. So overall, the analysis aims to understand how effective literacy and competency programs contribute to building a more skilled and competitive population. So first we have the Brunei. So Brunei's literacy policies focus on strengthening reading language and digital literacy through programs like RILA and LNCP. So these initiatives aim to improve employability and digital skills. However, challenges such as skill education, mismatch, and teacher shortages persist. So the impact is better workforce readiness, especially in public and oil or gas sectors, though skills gaps remain. Second, we have the Cambodia. So Cambodia's policies centers on the digital media workforce and information literacy, or the DMIL. So competency framework aim to boost digital and workforce literacy despite limited resources and teaching quality. So the policy works to build a more skilled and digitally capable workforce. So the impact is gradual improvement, though progress is slower compared to the Philippines.
For Indonesia has a high literacy rate in 96%, but its functional literacy is only 55%. The main program they use Merdeka Balihar, which focuses on giving equal access to education and promoting to use digital tools. However, the country still faces big challenges. Many students can read, but they struggle to really understand or apply what they read. There's also a wide gap between urban and rural areas in terms of learning equality. Because of this, many young people enter the workforce without enough skills, lowering productivity. Still, Indonesia's digital initiatives are slowly helping improve job readiness. Compared to the Philippines, Indonesia's problem with functional illiteracy and to the urban-rural divided is even more serious. For Laos, has literacy of 88% and a functional literacy rate of 87%. Other key programs include teacher training for early grade reading, schools and grants, adult education, and digital or vocational projects. The main issues are high dropout and repetition rates, poor early childhood access, and big inequalities between ethnic and rural groups. These challenges result in a low number of skilled workers, especially for vocational jobs. Adults literacy programs help people in formal and work, but the formal industries are still lack in qualified workers. When compared to the Philippines, Laos struggles more with an access problems in rural and ethnic areas. The Philippines, meanwhile, has more developed alternative learning systems, but still deals with poverty and related dropouts.
Malaysia has one of the highest literacy rates in Southeast Asia, ranging from 95.71 to 98.60%. The government support this through national literacy programs and digital literacy initiatives that help people adapt to modern education. However, there are still gaps in functional literacy, especially in rural and indigenous communities. Many programs now focus on improving English and math skills to strengthen critical thinking and employability. Overall, Malaysia has a reasonably skilled workforce in cities, and compared to their neighbors, its literacy gaps are much narrower and more stable. Myanmar's literacy rate is between 83.1 and 89.1%. The government works with international organizations like UNESCO to improve education access, but the country faces serious challenges due to political instability, underfunding, and a lack of resources. These issues widen the digital divide and make it difficult for students to gain modern skills. As a result, many young people are unprepared for formal jobs and workforce development remains weak. Compared to the Philippines, Myanmar struggles more because political issues often disrupt education and training programs.
So the next one is the Philippines. The Philippines has a high literacy rate of 96.3% and functional literacy of 70.8%, but faces challenges like poverty and child labor affecting schooling. Programs such as the Alternative Learning System or ALS and the Deep Ed Literacy initiatives help. Yet, many adults still lack of functional literacy for complex work. The country offers strong adult learning efforts but struggles with poverty and skills mismatch. So the next one is Singapore. Singapore has a literacy rate of 97.5% and functional literacy of 30%, maintains a highly skilled and digital literate workforce through programs like the National Digital Literacy Program. Although older adults may face some skill loss, the country's education ensures strong and adaptability and high-value digital competence. Overall, Singapore's workforce is more advanced and digital ready compared to the Philippines.
Both Thailand and Vietnam have implemented significant literacy programs, but face distinct challenges and approaches. Thailand's literacy rate is at 94.1%, while Vietnam's is slightly higher at 95.8%. Vietnam also has a notably higher functional literacy rate at 96.13% compared to Thailand's 64.7%. So, Thailand's initiatives like Every Child Can Read and Open Schools for All emphasize early and digital literacy. However, challenges such as rote learning traditions, rural-urban disparities, and digital literacy gaps hinder the progress. These have led to declines in functional literacy, affecting critical thinking and job readiness. In contrast, Vietnam has made gains through its Literacy and Community Development Program, or LCDP, and historically strong mass literacy campaigns. While it still struggles with regional disparities and literacy among ethnic minorities and women. Its localized efforts have successfully built skilled workforces in urban areas. So, Vietnam's targeted programs have yielded broad improvements, where areas Thailand continues to face structural issues tied to outdated learning methods. Both countries, like the Philippines, share similar rural and ethnic education challenges, but Vietnam shows stronger outcomes through focused, inclusive strategies.